Hello everybody and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Legacy, Part 7. Today is August 24th, 2020, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games, which, hey, thank you, anonymous gifter, for dropping a sub bomb in the chat earlier. That was really cool, so thank you so much. Today is our 100th episode, so we are having a little bit of a special time. As you can see in the layout, our dear friend Bonus Stage Rob has joined us for this lively event, so I am very excited to find out where the hecko is Phillip right now. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on the VODs of each and every single one of the games that we've played up until this point, which this week is also our 2-year anniversary of streaming the Four Keeps, or not 2-week, 2-year, you know, that one. We've been doing this game for 2 years now, so we wanted to do something a little bit special, and after our intros are done, hey, guess what? We're going to have a pretty sweet thing that we get to finally show off to all of you guys. But if you would like to catch up on our after show, we also have a Patreon. So you can go to patreon.com/indooradventures, where you can ask us questions, join our Discord, as well as we will do our best to answer those questions. So that's kind of our after show. And if you already support us on YouTube and Twitch, and RJ, thank you for dropping all them biddies. It's really appreciated. Then you can go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. We got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs. We even have face masks now, as well as bath towels and all sorts of stuff that you can get at indooradventure.redbubble.com. And holy shit, somebody else just gifted even more subs in the chat. So thank you all again for doing these things.
Who are you?
I don't know, but I'm scared, and I love them. So thank you, anonymous gifter. But yeah, that is it for my spiel. We got merch. We got a Patreon set up. We got all sorts of things. I'm very excited for tonight's episode. So, RJ, who you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and tonight I'll be playing Caelum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric.
Hello everyone, I'm LBHackEmUp, and I'll be playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter.
Oi, I'm Cyber. I play Arjhan, the Draconian Fighter. That's what he is. He, him.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm playing as Cori, the Elegant Paladin, and I just got my autumn season back!
Yay!
This is the first time I've worn this shirt. I've been saving it. Yay!
Hi, I'm Rob, or Bonus Stage Rob, or Bonus_Stage_Rob, and I am playing Phillip Spicebottom, the Halfling Fighter. I don't know where I am.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight it is my great honor to reveal the project that we've been working on for the last 1.5 years. Hey guys, I hope you enjoy our animated intro. We did it! I've been sitting on that for so long! Ha!
Watch Rob's face during the entire thing was just so good.
I forgot it existed, and it was like experiencing it again for the very first time, and it was so cool. Oh, you fellas earned it. It's so cool.
We got that.
Do it again.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah!
Thank you, Sarah and Rob and Koss, for throwing biddies at us. Again, this intro has been in the works since February of 2019. Originally, we were going to have it try and be done by like last year at some point, but hey, you know what? Art is always worth the effort. So first off, I would like to say thank you to Annabella Gelmetti, who made the wonderful song The Four. So if you want to find her, I'll post the links to her Twitter and Instagram in the description of the video below. And then our dear friend and also player Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com helped out a fuck ton with the progression of this animated intro. So thank you, Danae, for working on this, and thank you Rose for helping me start all of this. My friend Rose was the one who was like, yeah, I could do an animated intro for your game. That sounds like a fun thing. So thank you, Rose, for helping me out with this. This was so great, and I am glad that we get to have this going forward. So thank you to everybody. And like I was saying, I'm the indoor adventurer. Tonight, I shall be your dungeon master. So, last we left off, we had picked up in a shadowed citadel in the Grove of the Hermit, where your group ended up encountering the elven sorcerer known as Hadarai, who had summoned forth a shadow hydra that you all dealt with incredibly handedly. And in a way, I was disappointed as a DM, but also very happy because you kicked the shit out of my difficult encounter. It was at that point then that Cori was able to reclaim her severed left arm, and Caelum was able to interact with the individual known as Hadarai, but not before Arjhan stepped on his chest, pointed a crossbow at him, and threatened him within an inch of his life. This is how we make friends. It was at that point that it was revealed to Caelum that he was the potential hypothesized last child of the Shadar Kai. And it was later that evening as well that Cori was attempting to figure out how to reclaim her autumnal season, as her corvid skull was only pointing to her severed arm. And after a long rest, she came forth in the morning, planted the arm in the funeral pyre that Gwen had built for the Goliath sorcerer Chorin, planting the arm within the ash pile, and from its remnants grew a white paper birch tree, and that is how Cori reclaimed her autumn season. Now, last time we didn't get to say what that autumn season did. However, Cori, when you use your bonus action to bamf places, you will gain 10 temporary hit points, and as you have these temporary hit points, you gain a +2 to AC. So, you are like Gore from Armello and have a little bit of wood armor that coats your body when you bamf as an autumnal.
Tree.
Yes.
I got a lumber.
So, that is where we are going to be picking up in the morning, is that the rest of your group, minus our dear friend Phillip, are outside, have witnessed this tree just growing from an ash pile, and Cori has once again reclaimed her autumnal season. So is there anything that you all would like to say or point out at the growth of that there tree?
That wasn't there before, right?
No, that was not there before.
Okay, good. I'm not going crazy.
Pulls out spear, pulls out shield. I really hope this isn't like another soul situation.
Is Cori inside the tree, or is she standing in front of it?
You were standing in front of it.
Okay.
I've always seen trees growing out of severed arms to be a bad thing.
Cori's back in her autumn form.
G Game Nights, thank you for the biddies.
She's going to turn around and just beam at the rest of her party. And she will face step over to them. And there is a poof of autumn leaves, another poof of autumn leaves right next to them. And like, what is it? What does the temporary hit points look like? Is it like, it's like bark?
It is like a bark-like skin. It is called the Iron Bark Defense.
Nice.
So what tree does Cori's stylized wooden armor take the form of?
Oh my gosh. Well, I love birch trees, but they have very soft bark, like paper.
That's why it's only temp HP.
I'll say like a red maple, so it's like actually very dark brown wood, and it will have like a couple of branches coming off of it, with like a mantle of like red maple leaves, and she will hug Caelum, hug Arjhan, pick up Gwen, and swing her around.
Hooray!
It worked! I can't believe it worked! Caelum, I told you.
Did you get your season back?
She like looks down at herself and she says, I think so.
I mean, you look more colorful.
Don't you see the world in crotches?
Yeah, that's why I have to crane my neck all the way up to see her hair.
She will crouch down next to Gwen, just to like a squat right in front of her, like hand on knees, just like smiling.
You look good, Cori. I'm very happy for you.
She's gonna like celebrate for a while. There's a lot of hopping around and dancing and leaves being thrown everywhere. And that's basically it.
Hype train success. So, Cori is enjoying her new autumnal form. Arjhan, is there anything that you would like to do in the immediate time?
Well, what was our plan after this? Where are we headed, and do we have anything else that we need to do here near the hermitage?
I have one thing left to do, but I can get us to the Temple of Saloon, where the next... We'll have to travel a bit, but the next house opening should be there.
Are we leaving our animals?
I could bring the animals along.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be in batches, but it'll do. I'll send you guys first, and then I'll bring the animals with.
Is this gonna be like when Cori did it? Because I don't know if I can do that again.
I don't think you've... No. You're not going through a pink hell. It's fine.
Alright, it's all good.
Okay. So the plan is to go and get the animals and then go towards where you believe the Manor of Moon's tier to be. And then anything else while you are still in this vicinity.
The night prior, I would have asked Hadorai to see the grimoire.
He would reluctantly let you peer through it. He's a little bit more open about letting you do it because he has seen that the handwriting lines up. So he's like, well, this is, like, as much as he likes to claim it's his book, it's kind of yours.
As we discussed, I'm looking for a particular spell.
Okay. And you are able to discover through researching through this book the ability to cast the Contact Other Planes spell.
All right. Hadorai, is there any bodies of water close by the hermitage?
He will help navigate you towards at least like a small pool of water, large enough that you'd be able to bathe in it or kind of do a little bit of a swimmy. It's not like dozens of feet deep, but it is enough to go over your head at points.
Cool. I'll pull Cori to the side. I'm about to cast some big magic, and it might not turn out well for me if I fail.
You know what we said about this.
It's not using... Well, it is using the weave, but it is a known spell. There is repercussions for trying to contact another plane.
This sounds like a loophole.
You're saying that to the man who's trying to police himself.
Well, as a fae, I will condone loopholes. Just be careful.
He'll nod his head, and as he starts walking towards the pool, he'll take off his armor and shirt.
Okay.
Cori will keep watch over him, just in case.
Gwen is just there for some reason. You don't know how she got there. As soon as Caelum took his shirt off, she's just like standing next to a tree, like.
Oh,
Nice.
You see scars and muscles.
She doesn't get to see it, okay? She just wants a look-see.
So I'll spend the 11 minutes casting Contact Other Plane before Caelum leans forward and falls faceward into the pool.
All right, roll me that percentage die.
It is a int save.
Okay, roll me that int save.
Is Cori within 10 feet of me?
If you are going into the water and told her to stay back, she would not be within 10 feet.
Cool, because that's a pass. It's 16.
Okay.
Just
God.
barely.
I swear to gab you.
All right. So, Caelum, you fall face first into the water as you cast your Contact Other Plane spell. And as you had messaged me with earlier, you are attempting to come into contact with Kaharik, your Shadarkai father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as your body hits the water, it is a weird sense of vertigo as you feel yourself almost getting propelled upwards into a standing motion. And you look down and your form is, while it is physical, there are definitely areas where you can almost see through it, like you are some sort of projection rather than physically in this new environment.
What's my chest situation looking like? Is that hollow?
So your chest situation, the black veins that come down from your neck also kind of course from your lower sides towards the middle, and it just looks like there is almost like a darkened spot on a piece of fruit or vegetation, like there's just this withered core that seems to rest in the center of your chest.
He'll say, "Father, are you there?"
And there is a reassuring, "Yes, my son. I didn't expect that I would see you again so soon."
Well, the good news is I'm not dead. I've gotten strong enough that I can contact you of my own volition.
And you see this figure that you recognize as your father, who looks like you, like the semblance is very matching, and he just nods and he seems happy that you were here.
All right, we've got a minute to talk. So, questions. I'm sorry this is brief, but the connection will not hold for long. I do have some questions.
Hopefully I have answers.
I discovered a hermit in the woods. They held a book. It had my handwriting in it, and the previous owner was a man or woman by the name of Nightfeather. He speculated that since I might be a last child of the Shadarkai, that this might be my previous soul. If someone were to try and access the plane of negative energy, would their soul go to the Raven Queen?
And Kaharik nods and says, "Well, you were one of the dreamless, the last one. No previous lives that you can remember, isn't that correct? That's how you were when you were a boy."
Okay. Are there other Shadarkai like you, like Mother, who are not necessarily aligned with the Raven Queen? Someone I could ask for help?
And he pauses and says, "It is just me."
So I take it after Mother died, she rejoined the Raven Queen as one of her warriors?
he nods again.
Is there any way to make her remember her past life? To make them remember their past lives? Try and break that connection?
If there is, I have not found it.
Alright. There's still a lot I'm trying to figure out by myself, but maybe this will make things easier if I could talk to you. I'm doing well.
And he, when you say that, you see his eyes kind of glance down towards your chest for a brief moment and then look back up at you.
I got better.
And he just sort of shakes his head in a mild exasperation and says, as long as you are safe, as long as you stay far away from her, that is all I could ask.
I can't promise you that. It might come down to going into the Shadowfell to square away our grievances.
Then, with every inch of my being, I ask but one thing. As a father to their son, be careful. She is powerful.
We've seen that firsthand. I'll contact you again soon.
And he nods. And it is around that point that you feel yourself beginning to fade back. Cori and Gwen, you just watched Caelum fall face first into a pool of water. It's like 10 seconds go by. How many bubbles are coming up? 20 seconds go by. 30. 40.
He's gonna be okay, right?
He doesn't need to breathe.
Oh. Concerning.
He doesn't need to breathe, right?
I don't know.
That's out of character.
And
Literally doesn't need to breathe.
and as the two of you are having this, like, he doesn't need to breathe, right, Caelum? That is when you pop up out of the water.
That was unnerving.
How are you feeling? Did it go all right?
Yeah, it went well enough. I've gotten the information I need. It's not great, but we should get moving. And he'll start walking, wading out of the water and throwing on his gear.
Oh god, this is gonna be wet. Do you need to breathe?
Not particularly, no, but I like to.
Think of all the things you could do if you didn't have to breathe. Gwen starts contemplating as she walks away.
Okay. So, you are going to go and get your animals? Is that...
Yes.
Okay. So as you're leaving, Hadarai says his goodbyes towards you, and just as a gentle reminder to your group to not let others know that this tome resides in this grove, as what had happened with Chorin coming and using its powers for something terrible. Now that he has awakened, he is going to be much more diligent in trying his best to make sure that nothing negative comes from him having this horrible item and being left alone to his own devices in the woods for a time.
When we get the chance, I'll come back to check up on you. I'd like to consult the tome a little bit more. And Caelum will offer his hand out to him.
And Hadarai takes it and just says, of course.
If you need anything at all, let us know.
We're only ascending away.
He pauses and thinks if he has that spell.
Sucks to be a sorcerer, doesn't it?
And he says, he will say to Caelum as well, if you see Micah, let her know I'm sorry.
Will do.
And then he will wave you all off as you head towards where Thunderhoof and Cybra have been left, and also Arvax. Is that the name of Arjhan's horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shoot, I better prepare my spells. Oh, God.
It's what you
I
have
was
time.
gonna ask why Gwen was asking if you can breathe, but now I see that you're all wet.
Oh, yeah, I figured it would be easier to contact my father if there was a medium in which to do so.
All right.
Magic bullshit.
He just nods his head.
Alright, let's go save our boy.
To the animals.
Yes. But first, hey, Cori, can you just, like, give me a cooler braid?
A cooler braid.
Yeah, like, do something a little fancier.
I'll try my best.
Oh, right. Oh. Caelum?
I can try.
Arjhan, do you want to learn how to braid? Your claws would
guys-
be really good at picking apart and making parts in the hair.
That
Oh, I
didn't
should-
go so well in the character art.
What are you talking about? That was beautiful.
Arjhan!
Stop hurting yourself! It's fine, I'll do it myself. Just like quick braids.
Cori will actually help you out a little. Like, she'll
Okay.
do like one half of it and then be like, here, hold this.
Oh, okay.
It takes longer, but like
Yeah.
she manages. She's become quite dexterous with her one hand.
Yeah.
So
Cooler braid.
we get to
A
the
lovely
animals.
elven braid.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Boy, I
Fancy.
sure hope Rob doesn't mind waiting.
You guys want to go shopping? I mean, we got a guest on. Like, we could just like hit up the
Could we-
market.
Could we go over to a town and start another small business?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My thing was cute, y'all shut up.
It's fucking adorable. Okay.
All right. So, you guys make it back to where your animals are, and it looks like Rumble Thunder is just, or not Rumble Thunder, Thunderhoof, your other Auroch, also named after a geological event or whatever. It's fine. Seems to have just been like making little bedding areas for themselves. There are a lot of spots on the trees nearby that look like they've been used to just kind of like shimmy shake up against, so they have a little bit of a rough edge. Arvac has just been doing the spirit stallion of the Cimarron thing, just running around, having a good time, and Cybra seems to have joined them in their runnings, kind of being more of like a herding style animal to make sure that they don't go too far away. So when you guys arrive, all of your animals are at least within shouting distance and are well trained enough that you are able to call them back to you.
Lego.
Drop teleportation circle, send the party in first, drop another teleportation circle on top of the animals and myself, and we are at the Temple of Saloon.
God, wizards are silly.
I blew 2 5th level spell slots.
Okay.
Those were my only 2 5th level spell slots.
Alrighty, so with those 5th level spell slots consumed, you have found yourself near the city of Varnoak in the Temple to Saloon that Caelum you ended up growing up in. You know, based off of the map that you have leading up to the manor, that you are at this point roughly about a half day's journey away from where this building actually stands, and with your travel from the center of the hermitage out towards your animals, it is getting closer to nightfall.
How much time do we have until the house appears?
The house has currently appeared. You know that it appeared on the 1st, and today is the 2nd.
Okay, we
You
gotta
have
hurry then.
A day and a half left to make it to this manor before you have to go and try and find it at a different location.
Just patting Thunderhoof. Sorry, but we're gonna have to work you hard tonight.
Eh.
They just snort. And the steam comes out.
Nice, Caelum. Let's go.
What? Cool.
We are off.
Okay. So whoever has the map, make a survival check with advantage.
I've got +6.
Do it.
Go. Do
Better
it.
than mine.
While this is happening, I'm just gonna Arcane Recovery to get myself my 5th level spell slot back.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Arjhan, if there is one thing that you know, it's hunting hags and undead and other things, or at least you used to.
Working through the lightheadedness and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But you are able to successfully navigate at least where you believe this manor to be. And after about 3 or 4 hours or so of travel, the wood becomes denser and the tree cover becomes arguably more oppressive, preventing you from seeing out into the night sky. And the woods themselves smell sweeter here than they were back in the Grove of the Hermit. It seems like this prolonged summer that you seem to be currently experiencing has led a lot of late blooming foliage to come out and about and actually show itself for you all. And as you are continuing, you also get the sense that you are seeing fewer and fewer animals wandering this far in. Cybra seems to be a little nervous, but mostly pensive. Thunderhoof just trudges along. They are a beast of burden, and you have pointed them in a direction that they need to go, so they are going that way. And Arvax is also seeming to be a little bit pensive, but they trust their rider's decision. And as you all continue, you begin to hear what sounds like almost like a violin playing, a string instrument of sorts, and it seems to be coming from a centered direction. And as you begin to follow that song, the wooded path that is in front of you that you were kind of forging yourself, it wasn't really like a deer run or anything like that. You were very much breaking down brush and trudging your way through these woods, becomes easier. And you see that a path has formed beneath you. And it begins to wind, and as it does, it leads up to a small hill. And atop that small hill, you see a blue and gray wood-paneled house with a solitary shingled roof that is arched with a single circular window placed up in that arched roof. The lights are on. And you see that there is smoke coming out of the roof, coming out of a chimney as well. And as you get closer, you hear as the door to the manor opens. And in front of this manor, there is a small garden with a collection of flowers of an assortment of colors. And all things considered, it looks like a lovely forest cottage.
Okay, what's the plan? We have a plan, right? We've had like a week. We've had more than a week to plan this.
Really, it feels like it was just yesterday.
Andor, the threatening letter that we received,
Yes,
it did tell us to knock thrice before we entered, right?
it did.
Okay. I mean, Arjhan's just gonna like get off the horse, walk in, crossbow, like out, but not pointed in front of him.
We
gonna
approach.
Are you gonna knock thrice?
I'm gonna knock. Well, if the door's already open, I'm gonna knock 3 times on the door that is open
Okay.
before we enter.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna look for Todd. Do I see Todd?
You see Todd is actually in a small animal run outside of this house.
Todd!
Todd!
Gwen, Cori, shh. Gwen just waves.
Todd just doesn't even acknowledge your presence.
Bug-eyed.
They are a goat.
All right. What percentage do we think that this is a trap? 100 or like 120?
This is absolutely a trap.
Solid. All right, I like traps. Gwen
Yeah,
follows
well-
Arjhan.
This is,
same.
in fact, a trap house.
Cori's going to stay within 10 feet of all her friends.
Okay. And as you enter into the house, you see that there is a mat right as you cross the threshold on the floor that says there's no place like home. And you see that there are a set of shoes that are kind of tucked next to the door as well. And to your right, you see that there is a stairway that leads going up, as well as a set of doors that go into an adjacent room. And then there is a hallway that stretches forward as well. And at the end of the hallway, you can see the glowing embers of the reflection of a fireplace. The chimney is bellowing outside, so the smoke needed to come from somewhere. And along the walls, you see that there are hundreds of pictures, and they look like they are family photos. Almost. But as you get closer, you see that there is something about each of these photos in collections where it shows large groups of 15 or 20. Every face, every body either has burn marks, claw marks, scratches across the eyes, what look like pins stuck into the bodies. Others you see just look like they have been completely torn off of their canvas. And you notice one painting in particular that is rather large, and it looks like a sunken ship at the bottom of the ocean. And when you look at this ship, you see that it is made entirely of blights.
Excuse me, is this like a shoes off or shoes on kind of home?
And the door shuts behind you.
Gently?
No.
Oh,
Very quickly.
okay.
Shoes on it is.
Should we threaten her? Should we be nice? Are we being nice or are we threatening her?
This is her playing field, so civil at best.
Hello?
Gwen, roll a perception check.
Oh boy. First roll of the 100th episode, I rolled a natural 1.
Blah, 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 blah. You are too loud to hear anything of use.
That's a 5, okay? A 5.
Before we continue, I do have a question.
Sure.
Have we been able to take a long rest?
Since the previous day, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys had spent a night at the Hermitage.
Solid. Gwen's just like stepping on every squeaky floorboard. God damn, is this whole thing just made of this? What it?
So there's just one room in the front. and
That's
then
down a hallway that you can see.
Okay.
There is a doorway to the left-hand side, and then a set of stairs that lead upwards.
Okay.
And the stairs are pushed out against the wall. It looks like a rather nice home.
Okay. Mother Eldest, we've come as invited.
Cori, you hear a sound that is reminiscent of kindling. and of kindling cracking from fire. And when you look over, you see one of these large family pictures where one of the individuals on this canvas has a point of heat on them, and the burn mark expands out over that individual.
I don't recognize the person, do I?
You do not.
Okay.
Arjhan and Caelum, make perception checks.
Okay.
Once more, natural 20 for a 26.
Bwomp, bwomp,
25.
bwomp, bwomp. All right, so the both of you hear what sounds like a conversation from down the hallway. And you recognize one of the voices as Phillip. You do not recognize the other voice.
I'm like still crossbow on my side. I'm just gonna like do the hand motion to follow, and make my way to that door.
Okay. It is the open room that is actually at the end of this hallway. And
The door's open?
yeah, it is
Okay.
just a hallway into an opening. And as you take several steps away from the door and kind of look back to check on your party members, you see that there is just a wall behind you.
Uh-oh.
It starts.
So it begins.
And as you begin to walk forward, you feel like your sense of gravity is shifting, almost like the hallway in front of you is beginning to warp and wind. And even though you can feel your feet steadily on the ground beneath you, it feels like there is something growing in this house.
Is it animosity?
Quite possibly. Now,
I'll keep going forward to that room.
as you are making your way to the room, Phillip, it has been a long trip since you left Shroudport, and the individuals that you were with, well, something downright spooky happened involving them, and that required you to make a rather expedient getaway, and you found yourself in this place, whether or not you liked it or not. It was at that point that a rather imposing elderly woman took you into her kitchen, sat you down, offered you tea, and she says, and the rest of you hear as well, "Ha! Two that chase you. Your humor precedes you, Phillip Spicebottom of Greenreach. Did you not see what they were? If there were only but two, they would have nothing to worry about. I am afraid their number is far greater than two, but do not worry about them. You are safe in this place, for this is my domain. Welcome, young one, to the Manor of Moon's Tear. This has been my abode since before light ever touched the lands you called home. And in this home I have raised many a child, grandchild, and great-grandchild, many of whom are no longer among us, as there are two things in this world that are constants: the passage of time and the adventuring spirit, and my children are oft found at the end of many an adventurer's blade."
And why shelter me? A stranger? Or at very least, you're a stranger to me.
"Because you are the perfect lure, young Spicebottom. You will bring those four within the halls of my home, and for that, a temporary respite is ample compensation." And as she finishes this, she takes a sip of her tea, and she pointedly looks past you at the entryway to the kitchen. And Phillip, you can hear your friends, or what you at least assume are your friends. It is a series of footsteps making their way towards you.
Oh, no. No, no, no. And I would try to get out of the chair.
You are able to get out of the chair.
Why lure them here? What are you going to do to them?
And when you look up from the chair, from trying to get out of it, which you realize there are no bindings, she is gone. And the table that you once sat at is what looks like a decrepit and decaying stump. And you feel a crawling sensation on your hand, and the teacup that you were drinking out of has turned into a small swarm of spiders that are currently just moving over your hand and down your arm. And the rest of your group, as you continue down this hallway, hear Philip's tried and true yelp. And as you pass the threshold into this room that you had assumed was going to be a nice kitchen setting, it looks almost like a bog of sorts. And the area around you is a deep greenish color, and this area is much larger than the house that you had seen at the top of this hill. This looks like actually a decent sized clearing that you see Philip currently just shaking his arm, ridding himself of a smattering of spiders that seem to have crawled up upon him. And he is standing by himself. His gear is about him, but by himself. Although you swear you had just heard two voices.
Is it Arjhan and Caelum, or is Gwen and Cori also there?
Are we
They're
also
following. I assume that Arjhan and Caelum are rushing forward, Cori and Gwen are following behind, because why would you guys separate yourself in this god's-forsaken place?
Yeah, of course.
So Arjhan's with us?
Yes.
Okay,
good.
I
Because
think
he turned around and saw a wall.
Yes, Arjhan turned around, saw a wall, the doorway that you all had entered through.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
well, here it goes.
Yeah, no, we were all
Episode
like,
5 all over again.
it's all like, yep, nope, this is the lair of the mean lock. Let's do this.
Bubbles. Why is it always gotta be bubbles?
Ah!
And Philip, you see, it is indeed the Four Keeps. Although Arjhan has like large wings and he looks a lot more built than he was. Caelum seems more like hollowed in the eyes. Gwen looks fine. Her undercut's like on point, you know, like maybe some new clothes. And Cori definitely also seems to, well, she's in an autumn form. That's new.
Guinevere!
What are you doing here?
I can explain. Well, I can't really explain. I can try to explain. It's a long story, but
Can you move to us?
Can I?
Yeah. You were never restrained. You were invited for tea.
Get up and let me.
Yeah. No, I had said like you
Do
could get
this
up
to
from the
me
chair.
and door. Oh, I swear I was restrained. You have to leave. The hag that
We
What?
know.
We know.
Yeah, we
Oh.
know.
you know.
Yeah. But get over to us so that she can't fuck with us. Come on.
Philip
That's
trots
not how
over.
that works.
Cori kneels down, and as soon as he gets over to them, she's gonna like grab him by the shoulder and like prop him up and like start looking into his eyes and turning his head this way and that. She's like, "Are you injured? Are you charmed?" Divine sense.
He is not
10
injured
minutes of
or charmed.
speculation.
Caelum, do
Is
you
he
have
undead?
identify?
No.
Take a ritual of detect magic as we're taking a breather here.
Should we
Okay.
take a breather here? In the
It's only
swamp?
It's only 10 minutes.
It's only 10 minutes? We kill monsters in like
so
a
many
minute.
things can happen in 10 minutes.
I
That's
don't have it on my
120 minutes.
list.
I'm just saying, we might need to get to safety first.
Do
I
you have
don't
identify?
it. I do have identify prepared.
Can you use an identify?
Yeah. Object touch, blah 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 blah. It's object, not creature. Detect magic is the one that you won't.
Okay.
I have detect magic, but I didn't prepare it.
What happened? How did you get here?
Well, it was after I found Sten Fizeno, the award-winning arborist, in the state that I told you about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I had dinner with the Lord Keeper, and that bastard sent me on a mission to the Gated Glen to warn them of what happened to Sten. They were using the same soil that the worms and
Right.
things were in. And he sent me on the road with a half elf and a half orc that were members of his personal guard or some such nonsense. Anyway, they turned into these hideous creatures. Worms just fell out of their skin and their eyes and everything. And I hopped on Todd as fast as Todd, where's Todd?
He's outside. He's fine.
He's
I saw him.
outside.
Oh, thank the gods, Todd. I'll never let you out of my sight again. Anyway,
Worms.
sorry.
You said worms. Black worms?
Black worms. It was like watching a body get eaten alive and decompose at the same time. It was horrifying. And
Oh.
and suddenly a pathway led to a house, and she let me in and told me the Manor would come protect her. Me, rather.
Wait, how long ago was this?
Philip, last you remember, it was in the middle of Ardeth, which is effectively July. You guys are now on the 2nd of Wereth, which is October.
That was like 4 months ago.
Holy shit.
4 months?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were busy. Sorry.
Wait, do you remember all of it, or were you just here?
I was just here.
Oh, thank the gods, dude. I thought you were just like hanging out, being tortured for months. We went to a different plane of existence, and
Time
We-
also moved forward for us too.
yeah.
DM, am I understanding just the composition of that first scene, the transition made it sound like it was the conversation I had 4 months ago?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Time works differently in demiplanes.
Did she hurt you?
There were spiders on my hand, but no, I feel fine.
Ah, classic cup full of spiders.
It was awful. I think the cup was spiders.
Ah, the cup was spiders. They're
Arjhan
starting to
looks
innovate.
So disturbed.
RJ was very disturbed.
And Connor
medicine
is
check?
very disturbed.
Yeah, Rob, big time disturbed. Don't like that one bit.
All right, guys. Are we in the middle? There's no room behind us, right? We're just in the middle of the
After
fog.
you exited the hallway, you came out of a small fog bank, and as you looked back, that fog bank had dissipated, and there was nothing
We in a
there.
room with no doors or windows.
No! Is the room stretching? Oh.
We're gonna have to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
Arjhan, can you take a look from above? See what's around us?
How far above is there?
It
no.
looks like an open sky.
Yeah, I'll fly up.
Okay.
Bong.
That's definitely new.
Arjhan, as you get about 80 feet up, you all hear a voice.
Hmm?
And the voice says, "There was once a time where we were revered, where none would think about raising a blade to my children. But as my children grew in number, so too did their enemies. Their wickedness became them, and for them I have known sorrow. Misery was taken as complacency, and soon my daughters and granddaughters turned from me, or forgotten their roots, and turned upon each other for personal gain." And as you hear this, Arjhan, thankfully, you are up in the sky. However, everyone else that is on the ground feels your feet sink, like the ground beneath you is getting wet. And then you watch as this sickening murky water seems to begin rising up out of the earth itself And Arjhan, from where you can see, there is no high ground. There is no secondary area away from this rising water. And as this water reaches about chest high, so up to the shoulders on, I'll say up to the shoulders on both Phillip and Gwen.
Cori's gonna pick them up.
Okay.
Gwen is tying a rope to Phillip's belt as they're in there, and she's like tying it to her arm.
Phillip was in the middle of getting his rope and just, what are you doing?
Stay.
I'm not a dog, Guinevere.
It continues to rise.
There is no high ground.
There is none.
I mean, do I see this hallway continuing to another place?
There is no hallway that you can see either. It is just this vacant bog.
Are there any trees?
There are.
Okay, I'm going to start
So there
slopping
is high
towards the
ground.
trees.
Okay. So, as you are getting to these trees, the water will continue to rise, and eventually it will overtake you. And as you gasp for air, you find that you can breathe here. It is a strange feeling being underwater and being able to breathe.
I fucking hate magic.
And as you say that, make a perception check.
Oh, that's better. I think 18. 18.
Gwen, you swear you see a humanoid form swimming, not 60 feet away from you. And Arjhan, even you up in the air, no matter how far up you fly, the water eventually will catch up to you. And as you look down, you realize that you are stuck, always flying upwards at a cap of around 80 feet.
Once everybody else got overtaken, I would have dove down to see if I could
For sure.
pull them up.
And you will also find that you can breathe.
Cori, Caelum, what's going on? There's a thing there. There's a person over there. Do I hit it? Do we not hit it? I don't know.
Do we see the thing that she's pointing at?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
All of us?
Yeah, except Gwen.
Natural 20 for a 23 or a 24.
21.
21.
That's a 9.
So as Gwen points in this direction, you see that there is a humanoid figure that swims in one direction, and then they are almost overshadowed by what looks like a large finned creature that seems to swim in the other. And as this figure continues to swim, they get close to you and closer. And as they dive into the murk, they seem to disappear yet again.
Get us out of here, please.
Is that finned creature coming towards us?
It looks like it is just going to the edge near where you are, and seems to just be taking a very casual circle around your group.
It has a fin that goes like side to side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
so
a large pointed fin on top that Cori, you and Arjhan are rather familiar with.
As much as this is terrifying me, I don't feel like we need to attack anything that isn't attacking us.
She has been paying attention, hasn't she?
Hey, sorry we killed your children. They kind of attacked us first. I think I mostly remember most of it. Maybe I shouldn't be the one to talk, guys.
Mother Eldest, we are willing to parley.
I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Great.
This is
Oh,
a spell
no.
effect.
Doesn't matter. I'm an Oath of Vengeance paladin.
Are we
Is it
within?
a charmed or magic effect?
It is a magical effect, yes. It's not a
And we're
charm.
within 10 feet of Cori.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
I'm sorry, did you say it isn't a charmed?
It is not a charm.
21 without Cori's bonus.
Okay.
19.
I mean, you still get like bonuses to saves, but like you don't get advantage like you used to.
28 with Cori's bonus.
Don't give me that
25.
face, Rob.
Is it against being like frightened or anything?
It is actually against fear.
Oh, cool. Ha ha ha! Stout halfling.
That is a 17.
Does
Okay.
a 19 make
Without
it? Otherwise, I'll
bonuses.
roll again.
All right. You all succeed against this fear spell that was then cast upon you. But as this humanoid figure comes up through the murky depths and you see a twin pair of eyes gleam out towards you, that is where we are going to go into an early break for the evening. And when we come back, we're going to be rolling some initiative. So I would like to say thank you to Rob for joining us on our 100th episode. We are going to try and be back
I'm
in
in
5 to
danger.
10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. We're back.
David!
Ah!
So it's our 100th episode, and we'd like to say thank you for being the most excellent of DMs, a wonderful friend, and the best goddamn husband a guy can ever ask for.
Aww.
I know that sounds really heartfelt, but the last time Rob was on this show and we let in with a really heartfelt thing, something bad happened immediately after.
It's the 100th episode.
I love you
You're
guys.
one of my best friends, and I'm so glad to have you in my life. I'm so glad I got to see you in person so many times, and I can't wait to do it again next year.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Even.
Ah!
You're such a genuinely good, nice person, and also very nice and good DM. I've already I don't know if I've done this on an actual recorded episode, but you're the closest DM that I've seen to actually Chris Perkins taking a module and just running with what your players have put in to make it so unique, and you do that for this game too, and it's so good.
Man. Ah!
You are the hardest working goddamn man I've ever seen. We have had to pull shit away from you. You fucking edit, you run the goddamn game, you host the channel, you do so much for us every week, and every week I am terrified for the best reasons. We love you, Steven.
Oh. Thank you, guys.
Steven!
Ah!
You, okay, I met LB through a completely unrelated game, and then she was like, yeah, I got this Monday night game, and I was like, oh, that's cool, yeah, I'll check it out a couple times, whatever, not really thinking anything of it. I literally, distinctly remember the moment that Sten Fazano, I'm not even kidding, I know I talk about Sten Fazano all the time, but
He's
the
an award-winning
moment that
arborist.
he was introduced, I was like, this dude is hilarious. I absolutely need to be along for this ride, and I binged, I kid you not, probably 40 sessions at that point, in, I don't know, less than a month. It was all I did at work. I just had the game on, and it was I didn't even think at that point I would get to be a part of it in any way. I just was like, this is somebody that brings so much life and heart to the world that they created. It feels real, it feels lived in. There's a tournament happening here, and there's an island with a dragon happening over there, and while the heroes are focusing on this, other shit's happening over there. It's just the amount of attention to detail and care that you put into this is so evident in everything you do. everything, and I have never seen a group of players happier to be a part of it. And I could say that because I'm a player for like, I don't know, three of the 100. So. But no.
Well, thanks, guys.
You
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Roll for
Now you get to
initiative.
kill us.
You're loved, Steven.
You are
Oh.
loved.
Thanks,
Think
guys.
favorably of us as you kill us.
I
Yes,
will.
please.
Don't
Remember
worry.
us as
I'll
we
make sure to
were.
put kind words on your effigies.
Now
Right.
fucking kill me.
Oh,
God, tonight is cursed.
What'd you get, Caelum?
Natural 20 for 19.
Natural 20 for 24.
Damn! That's the
Oh my
third
God.
one!
Natural 20 for 21.
Gwen?
I rolled 17.
That's so good.
Yeah, me too. A 6 for a 9. Nice. Yeah, put this dice over here.
Solid! Ugh.
But I was also there.
Okay, so there we go. So first off is going to be Arjhan. And Arjhan, from what you can see, there is this finned fish-like creature that you are getting big shark vibes from. And then there is also a humanoid figure. At least they looked humanoid, as they have since gotten closer to you and stared at your group with their milky white eyes, and you can see teeth that are serrated for ripping and tearing. You've seen a creature like this before. You and your group once turned her into a boat.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
I would like to hold my action, which would be to just unload my crossbow into her, until somebody loses hit points to her.
Okay. Sounds good. So that was Arjhan's turn. Next up, let me see. Yeah. So as you are looking at this individual as she is kind of swimming around, as you are watching this shark make its way and circle around your group, there was a second shark that did much better on its stealth rolls. And it is going to swim very quickly towards your group. Thankfully, this is not like a huge-sized shark. It is just a medium-sized shark, but that's still bigger than a predatory fish than you would like to see in the water. And they are going to make an attack towards. They're going to try and take a nibble out of you, Caelum.
When he gets into range, I'm going to use my reaction to use my War Wizard ability. Because he's within range, I have Polearm Master.
Okay,
Nevermore at 4th level.
sure.
You're a war wizard?
I have War Wizard.
Oh my god.
That's a feat.
Oh, okay. Alright. What kind of wizard are you otherwise?
A
Soul
custom
of the
one.
Speaker. That's
Oh,
not the
okay,
right
gotcha.
one. Where is it? This one. A 18 to hit?
Oh yeah, that'll hit. It's a shark.
Oh, okay. 31 points of force damage.
Okay. So that is a significant portion. But they are still up, and they are still going to try and give you a heckin' chomp. So
Hit me on buff.
that is a, well, you asked for it, folks. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then you are going to be taking a total of 17 points of piercing damage
Cool.
as it goes in and sheds some blood with a heckin' chomp. Next up is, it would be Cori. However, the hag that is currently swimming in the water is going to use some pretty sweet legendary actions. Yes, Gwen.
Well, Arjhan was holding his action until somebody lost hit points.
It was until she caused somebody. Yeah. Don't worry. I gotcha. She is going to, you see this hag's form begin to shudder and shift, and locks of her hair begin to separate from the scalp, and the snakes that are dissipating off of her head begin to start swimming together as one, as she uses 3 legendary actions to summon forth a swarm of poisonous snakes. And that was after the shark went. So then the snakes end up getting rolled in here. That's good. So then, hey, guess what? It's Cori's turn.
Oh, hi, I'm Cori. Fuck. Don't like that shark that's nomming on Caelum. Want to get rid of that as quick as possible. So is it close enough that I can just run up to it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action.
Well, swim up to it, but yes.
Yes. I'm gonna bonus action summon my animated shield, bringing my armor class up to 20, and then as my action, I'm just going to wail on this shark. First attack is going to be a 20.
Okay.
It's in a disadvantage because we're underwater, and you don't have a swim speed.
That is true. The only one of you who currently has a swim speed is Gwen, who has the cloak of the manta ray.
I think the only exceptions are like crossbows and spears.
Like thrown weapons? Or like projectiles?
You'll have to look up the actual rules.
It's crossbows and spears, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you are fine in your strike against it. A 20 certainly hits.
I mean, I'm doing it at disadvantage, right? With a sword?
It is flat.
Just flat?
Yeah, because it's only disadvantage on spears and crossbows.
Okay.
No.
Other way around?
No, it's the other way around.
Okay, yeah, then disadvantage.
Okay, so an 11 to hit.
An 11 does not hit this here shark.
That is fine. I will swing again.
Okay.
How about a 12?
A 12 just hits.
Oof, okay. I'll put a second level smite on this. That's going to be 7 slashing damage, and then a second level smite is going to be 29 radiant damage.
Okay, that shark had 14 health, so I'm pretty sure it is no more. Shark, go bye-bye.
Goodbye, shark. Not dealing with this shit today. All right, that's it for Cori.
Okay, next up are the swarm of poisonous snakes. And they are going to wriggle forward in the water because snakes are surprisingly good swimmers. And they are going to go after Gwen. So Gwen, a veritable sea of snakes has just swarmed upon you. And that is a natural 20 for snakes.
Would Phillip, since we were doing rope shenanigans, would Phillip be within 5 feet of Gwen?
I would say Phillip and Gwen are definitely within 5 feet of each other.
I have 2 protection, wielding a shield, and a creature you could see attacks a target other than me within 5 feet. I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's see what else it gets. So that is a 23 to hit then.
That still hits.
Well, heck.
It wasn't a crit though.
It was not.
What can I say?
Gwen, you are going to be taking a total of 9 points of piercing damage, and then make a Constitution save.
Is this against being poisoned?
It is.
Hey. How's a 21?
A 21 is a success, so you are going to be taking half of 20 points of poison damage.
Solid. Oh.
All right, so that was there for them, their snakes. Caelum, you see that snakes have swarmed up upon Gwen. There is a second, the second shark that swam up to you got obliterated and is no more. There is still the hag and the first shark, so there are still 3 potential targets for you.
Gonna look over at Cori, point at the hag, and she will have a red aura of wispy threads envelop her as I use my Cleric of the Grave Channel Divinity Path to the Grave. You have advantage on this attack, and you deal double damage as they lose all resistances, but instead gain vulnerability.
Okay.
Or anyone who attacks it, and then that is gone.
Sounds good. For you guys, I mean. For me, it's very hit or miss. Gwen, you have snakes upon ye.
Gwen would like to tiny rage.
For sure.
Bonus action.
Get him.
And she is going to pull out the Sunford or the Run Axe, and she's going to take 2 swippy swipes at these motherfuckers in front of her. At disadvantage, yes. No, at normal, because now I have the cloak.
Yes.
Okay, that's a nat 20.
Womp, 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 womp.
See, I got it during the combat, and then the second one is a 19 on the dice.
Both will hit.
Okie dokie. So, 2d12. 10.
Word fangirl, thank you so much for the raid.
Yay! So, shit. Oh, 18 plus 14. 18 and 14 damage.
32.
For a
32
total
total
of
damage, please.
32, all right. So they do have resistance to this, and it is just from all bludgeoning, piercing, slashing types that they do have resistance from. So it
Is
being
it magical?
It being magical
Okay.
does not apply here. So that was 32 points of damage, so that would be reduced down to 16. So, okay. There are still more than half of them alive, but they have taken a significant amount of damage from this here thing. Next up is the second shark. Well, technically the first shark, but now they are the only shark. And they are going to swim up, and they are going to try and... They're going to try and bite out at Cori, as you have made yourself a... Or actually, no. They're going to try and go between Caelum and Gwen, because the both of you are the only ones who have taken damage. And Gwen, you were 3 and 4 in my mental math. Rolled a 4 on my d4, so you got a shark up on you as well as those snakes. So they're going to be rolling at advantage because you have lost hit points. That is a 23 to hit. So let me check here. For a total of 17 points of piercing damage as this shark bites into you. And that's what that there shark do for the turn. Next up, the hag. And the hag at this point is going to swim up to you, Caelum, and she is going to make a series of attacks against you with her claws. So first attack is that's a 12 to hit. I don't think that hits you. And then the second attack is a modified 20.
Hold on.
You already used your reaction for...
My turn came back around.
Right. Gotcha.
So shield for +5, 21 you need to hit now.
Okay. Well, she can only make 2 attacks with her claws, so she is not able to do that thing. And then she is going to swim away from you. As now there's no attack of opportunity that she needs to worry about. and she is going to go back down into the murk. And when this creature is directly up on you, trying to strike out against you, this isn't a... Much in the same way as when you were using contact other planes and you had a almost spectral form to you, although it was primarily solid, that seems what has happened to this hag. This creature that you are currently engrossed in combat with is Vilda. This is the hag that you once fought on a small island just north of the Isle of Arask. That is it for her turn. Next up, Phillip. Phillip, there are snakes and a shark attacking your beloved. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. I'm gonna start swapping at some snakes. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit snakes.
Oh boy. Okay. That would be 11 damage.
Okay, so then halved.
How they looking?
It is halved down to 6. Over half of these snakes have been destroyed.
More. That's an 18.
18 hits.
7.
Okay.
I have
There are
Four.
there are still a few snakes left, but not very many.
I have 3 attacks now. That's a 22.
Yep, that'll hit.
11 again.
Okay. There are all of like 3 snakes left from this swarm.
I'm trying so hard. Phillip will spit, realize he's still underwater.
It just sort of like hangs there, like really close to your own face.
Yeah. And yeah, he'll stand his ground, shield and sword at the ready, fighting alongside Gwen.
Okay, next up, Arjhan.
I'm gonna take aspect of the blue dragon, and that's my turn.
Okay,
Because that's an action.
sounds good. At the end of your turn,
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Sorry.
that's totally fair. All right, so Hunter's Mark on, I'm guessing the hag.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so it looks like this hag is going to summon more snakes and use her legendary actions in order to do so. But that is all that she can do. At least before Cori's turn.
That's right, because that shark is dead.
He's dead.
Hold on, I just got RJ to send me the thing that he did because I did not process any of that
I can
information when it was
explain it.
given. Okay.
So
What-
basically, you have advantage on your. Oh no! If you hit the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all that attack's damage.
Right. Okay.
You do
So
not
the
have
next
to-
attack is going to, like, whatever hits her is going to. Okay.
Double damage.
Yeah. Okay, it's the thing that you talked about. Cool. Okay. Can Cori get to her by swimming to her?
Her swim speed is 50, but she had to use some to get up to Caelum and then to swim away, so I would say yes.
Okay. Cori will swim to her.
Good
She
time
is-
for your enemy.
She's going to sheath her shield, or her shield. She's going to sheath her sword and get out the harpoon of returning. And you can use javelins, quote unquote, as melee weapons, yes?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do some stabbing. Here I come. And this will not be at disadvantage because underwater it's a javelin math.
Yes.
Daggers, javelins, swords, spears, or tridents are fine.
19 to hit.
A 19 does hit.
All right, she has vulnerability to this damage.
Yes.
It's going to be 9 piercing damage. And I'm putting a second level smite on this. mark that off. And then under actions, other second level smite, boom. Okay, 17.
18 and 34. For 52 points of damage.
All right.
In total.
That's the first attack.
Okay, and this vulnerability lasts until just
That's
that one
it.
hit? Okay, cool.
Just that one hit.
Okay. I rolled bad on my smite. Sorry, man. 19 to hit.
Okay, 19 does hit.
The last time was a 19 as well.
Yep.
All right. That's going to be 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I will use a first level smite for this one. And that's going to be 17 radiant.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
that's it for Cori, unless I have a bonus action that I want to do. Pretty sure I don't. I could Hunter's Mark. I'm not going to. I have a feeling I'm going to need my smites.
Okay. Next up are the pitiful remains of the poisonous snakes that were on Gwen. So they are going to try and do a heckin' chomp with the few of them that are left. So they miss.
Solid.
Yep, that was an 11 to hit. That's not going to do anything. They don't have multi-attack, so that was it for the snake's turn. Next up is Caelum.
I'm gonna... They've got the shark and the snakes handled. I'm gonna firebolt the hag.
Okay. You said firebolt?
Firebolt.
When you're completely underwater, creatures have resistance to fire.
Even if it's a magical spell?
Yep.
That's what it says.
Oh, sad face. Alright, maybe not then. Fuck it, I have these in spade. First level Guiding Volt.
Jesus.
That'll do her.
For a dirty 20, which will hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, that's pitiful. 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay. And the next attack against her has advantage.
As advantage.
Gwen, you got snakes and a shark on you.
These bitches. Gwen is going to turn to Phillip and just say, check this shit out. And she's going to manifest Grayskull. So his essence from around her kind of just shifts so it's on the other side of this shark. And she's going to take an attack on the duders and on the snaky boys.
Before the attack is made, Grayskull like happily waves towards you, Phillip. He's excited to see
back.
you.
Oh, it's a natural 1, but good thing I'm lucky. How's a 16 to hit?
A 16 definitely hits him. This is a shark or a snake?
The snakes.
Yep, hits the snakes.
Okay. They take 20 damage.
They are no more. They had 4 HP left, so you have destroyed them snakes. There's still another group that has not acted yet, but the snakes that were on you are no more.
All right, and then you're gonna see Grayskull for the second attack. Take a swing at this shark. Let me just double check. That's a 16.
16 hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, solid. Okay. All right. Let me just double check this thing because I don't think I've actually used it yet. Whenever you take this the attack action, you make one additional melee attack from that. Okay. Okay. So that's just. I thought it might give me extra things. That's fine. That's another 20 damage.
Okay.
And then Gwen is going to. Where is it? Where is that? Action surge and attack this thing herself twice.
Okay.
How's a 13?
That hits.
Really? All right, cool.
It's a shark.
Okay. For 11 damage.
Okay.
And then another attack for 26.
To hit or damage?
Yes, to
Yeah,
hit.
that'll hit.
for 10 damage.
Okay. The shark goes down.
Oh, you know what? No, oh, it goes down. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to remember I can re-roll things times.
Yes, the shark also ends up going down. So now the only creatures that are here in this murky water with you are the hag themselves, as well as this swarm of poisonous snakes. A poisonous snake! They are going to make a claw attack towards you, Cori. So, does a 27 hit you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Totally.
Cori, you are going to be taking 14 points of slashing damage.
-7 as Grayskull's ethereal axe goes to catch some of that.
And then a 13 does not hit, I am assuming.
No, it does not.
Alrighty, so that is all that they can do for their attacks towards you. Next up, Phillip.
So there's a second swarm of snakes, and there's a hag.
Yes.
How close? Can I get to the hag, or?
From where you were at, you would come up just short of where the hag is.
Okay.
25-foot walking speed is a bitch.
Yeah, I'm a little guy. Okay. Bet them snakes.
I thought you were asking about snacks.
I
You're
mean,
asking.
I could eat some snacks.
Slurp.
How close is he to the snakes is what he's asking.
Yeah.
They call them danger noodles for a reason.
Oh, sorry, danger noodles.
You are close enough to attack those snacks.
Or do I action surge and get to the hag? No, I'll attack the snacks. That one doesn't hit. 19
19 hits.
and 12.
A 12. Let me check. But no, a 12 does not.
Okay, yeah, then the first one definitely did.
Okay.
First one was an 11. I realized after the fact I should have asked just in case. 12 damage.
Okay.
With the snacks. I'm gonna Shield Master shove him as a bonus action. Heck it.
Okay.
Can snakes go prone if they don't have legs?
They are immune to the condition.
I just want them back off.
Pop.
Yeah.
For
They're
sure.
already, that's their secret. They're already prone.
Oh no.
Okay. Next up, Arjhan.
So finally seeing that, hey, this hag was actually able to attack somebody and it hurt. Arjhan is going to just aim his crossbow at this lady, who I will refrain from using the B word. And I would like to make some attacks with my crossbow.
Okay.
First one's at advantage.
First one is at advantage. Cool. 18.
An 18 hits.
Okay, I need a fucking macro for this. Not resistant to force or electric damage, right?
They are not.
Okay, first attack is going to be a total of 18 points.
Okay. Well, you only needed that one attack, as they only had 14 left. But as the first of your force bolts strikes against this creature, you hear a sound like a cork being popped. And then you all feel the water beginning to quickly drain, and you look down at the decrepit stump that Phillip was sitting across previously, that had once been a table, that is now actually draining all of the water down into it. And as this water is all drained, you are all deposited back on the ground, soaking wet. The snakes dissipate. But as that water enters into the stump, you feel a rumbling of the earth below, followed by a cacophonous booming sound as that water shoots back up into the sky, and as it does, you see it reach into what would appear to be cloud cover, and it begins snowing very, very quickly. And as it does, in less than 6 seconds, the area around you has become a tundra, and you see 2 figures flying on brooms up in the skies above you, cackling. You still get your attacks.
26.
26 hits.
11 plus 12, 23 points for one hag.
Okay, let me
Oh,
see.
wait. Can I bonus action in the middle of my attacks?
Yeah.
Move Hunter's Mark to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Then 23.
Okay, so
Final
23
attack from
damage?
Yeah, 23 damage. Final attack from this round is a 24.
24 hits.
Uh, 20 points of damage.
Okay.
How are they looking?
This one looks like you just bloodied it with 2 attacks.
I'll end my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Cori, you have found yourself on dry-ish land once again, but now you are in some sort of winter setting, although still within the bog. And as you are gaining your footsteps, you all hear again, "Worse yet, my beautiful daughters found themselves choosing unavoidable fates, resigning themselves for a chance at fleeting power. I gave strength and power, but instead the promise of control outside my reaches was all too tempting. But my daughters forget. They choose not to remember."
How high up in the air are these hags?
They are, at this point, 60 feet up in the air.
Cool. Are they flying on brooms?
They are.
Okay. Cori's going to stand up in the snow, and she's going to say, "Spread out!" And she's going to take a few steps away from everybody else. She's going to point up at one of them, and she's going to cast Dispel Magic on one of their brooms. I have a range of 120 feet on this.
Okay, make a, I believe that's not an Arcana check, it's just a spellcasting bonus roll.
Yeah, choose one creature within, or creature, object, magical effect in range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting. This might not do what I want it to do. Yeah, it just ends spells. It probably wouldn't make it so that the brooms can't fly anymore, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Alright, I'm not gonna do that then. Instead, I'm gonna take a few steps off to the right. I'm going to cast... I'm not gonna cast anything, honestly. I'm just gonna sit here and hold my action and wait for something to come to me.
Okay, sounds good. So, and let me clear up my initiative tracker just a quick second.
She will step out into the snow alone, and she says, "Have at you, you hags! We killed you once, we'll do it again!"
And you hear a conjoined cackling from up in the air as the 2 hags swirl, and you see them reach into bags and just pull out what looks like potpourri. Like, it's just random shit that hags keep in their bags. But as that potpourri hits the snow beneath you, once again there is a rumbling, as a massive snowman rises up out of the earth, and you recognize, again, this creature looked at you directly when you had exited the home back in Greenreach on your way to fight off the hags the first time. And it is its turn. And Cori, you have made yourself very, very much a tempting target. So it is going to try and grab you.
Cool. Does my attack trip off on this one, or is it specifically for the hags?
What did you make it for?
For something to get in range of me.
Then this will count.
Okay. Swing at it wildly. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. Do I get both my attacks on this when you take a thingamajig? 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
I've switched back to my sword. I'm not going to throw any smites on this quite yet until I know what I'm dealing with. But my advanced smite does 3 radiant damage.
Okay. So I need you to make an athletics check as it attempts to grab you.
Okay. 13?
13. Okay, I don't believe that beats a 25.
Nope.
So it is going to use you as a rock.
Oh.
And it is going to throw you towards Arjhan.
Ah!
So
Eat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Arjhan, does a 14 hit you?
Arjhan, look out!
All right, so Cori, you are going to be taking the full amount of damage as you get thrown. The range for a rock is 60 to 240. So you are getting yeeted about half that due to the miss. So you are going to be 120 feet away from the rest of the group.
Just kidding.
Just goes tumbling through the snow.
And you are going to
Skid.
take...
You keep gathering snow and just end up as
Turn
like a
to a
Cori
ball.
snowman ball. Except
You're going to be taking 30 points of bludgeoning.
I reduced that by 3.
As you get hurled by this creature.
Fucking just flipping end over end, and then just one big long trough in the snow.
And they are then going to come up towards your group. And that is all that they can do. They are now just within range of the rest of you standing over you, looking imposing. Next up, Caelum, you got a big old snowman and 2 hags flying around above you.
How far
And
are the
Cori's
hags?
just
60
been
feet?
yeeted. The hags are, about 60 feet.
Let me just read something real quick. Because this is only 30. I can't catch all 3 of them. Say la vie. Bonus action, Blessing of the Raven Queen. Teleport 30 feet into the air to get within range of the hags. Casting Steel Wind Strike to cover the other 30.
One of them will cackle and cast a 5th level counterspell on you.
Can I use my reaction to counterspell?
You can.
6th level counterspell.
The second one cackles and sees your counterspell at 6th level and also does.
is this what Jordan with the PH was talking about?
Yes!
Hags in a coven.
Hags in a coven.
So Caelum,
That's fine. They've blown a 5th and 6th level.
this is true. You are now going to be falling 30 feet.
Oh no, I'll fly.
Right.
Because you gave
correct.
me that ability.
Yes.
We're just playing goddamn exploding kittens up in here. He's noping your nopes.
So, Caelum, that was your go. Gwen, it is now your turn. There is a big fucking snowman that just yeeted Cori over 100 feet away. What would you like to do?
The hags, these witches, are the ones that killed Caelum, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Gwen lets go of the rope, and she turns to Phillip and says, "Don't die, okay?" As she's gonna take his face and kiss him, and then like shove him back, run at the snowman, and
Aren't
slightly.
you on a rope?
What?
Aren't you on a rope?
I let go of the rope.
Okay.
She's going to run up the snowman, and she is going to activate her Echo Shard gauntlets and cast Thunder Step.
Okay.
So I would like to him to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, so that is a 14.
Okay, that meets. So he takes half of 13 damage.
Okay.
Thunder damage. And Gwen is going to appear on the back of one of these hags' brooms.
Okay. Sounds good. So you are hanging out with the hags.
And she says, "Step, witches."
They cackle like it is the funniest thing that they have heard yet. And Gwen, now that you're close to these ones, you can see that like they do have a physical form, but it's almost like there are spots that have been easiest way to describe this is like on a burger wrapper from a fast food place where like it becomes translucent at places from the sheer amount of grease. That is what you are seeing on these hags.
Gross.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight.
And that's my you guys see a gray skull fade away. But I would like to use my bonus action, since that was my action, to manifest him on the other broom.
Gwen, he is also cackling along with the witches. Like, you take him on so many extraordinary trips through the sky. This is a thing that he never thought would happen.
Solid.
Okay, sounds good. Next up are the hags. So one of the hags is going to fly down towards the ground, and they are going to get directly up next to you, Phillip. And actually aims, like flips their broom up, and it was the one that Grayskull was on the back of. And you see electricity charging at the end of the broom as they have lined up you and Cori for a lightning bolt spell. So I need you to make a dexterity save.
At advantage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I need advantage, please. Oh, sister. That was almost a natural one.
Let me know if you do roll a natural one, because I have a thing for that.
Oh, wait, I have lucky.
You do.
Oh, my God. Oh, thank God. I'm so happy you said something. That would be a 14 to save.
A 14 is exactly what you needed.
Holy shit.
Lined up Cori for this as well, right?
That is correct.
I got a 9.
Cori, you fail, so you're going to be taking full.
Pause it. Is the snowman also in the... No, Corey's thrown away. Okay.
Yeah.
For 29 points of lightning damage.
Oof. Owie. Can't reduce that, can you?
Can't. Nope.
And now it is the second hag who is going to turn around. Gwen, I need you to make a... Let me check on this real quick. It is going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against being frightened?
It is not. It is against a polymorph spell.
Oh, no! Not again! I don't want to be a mouse again! Oh, no! Okay, I rolled a 1. It's fine. Everyone, it's fine. I rolled a 9!
Gwen, you turn into a very scrappy, very angry-looking weasel.
No!
And she quickly just goes to try and stuff you in a bag. So I need you to make a strength check using the stats of a weasel.
Do you have that pulled up? Because I don't have that pulled up.
I gotcha.
Okay. Roll.
Weasel with a... What are you doing? Dex? Plus 3
Strength.
for... strength.
Rolled a 2, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Every interaction we ever had with a hag has always been a fucking shit show.
Oh my god.
There's a giant snowman. There's the Duke of Weaselton. Indor, are you just
Wesselton.
creating Frozen?
What? No!
Conceal, don't feel.
No.
Don't
Philip,
let
it's your
them in.
turn.
Don't let them see.
Philip, your lady love has been turned into a weasel and then stuffed into a bag. Cori has been thrown quite a far ways away from you, and you just have a hag directly on you.
Oh, Philip stabbing. Philip stab. That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
That's 9 damage. Another 19.
Yep.
12 damage. 17.
A 17 just hits.
Another 12 damage. I'm mad.
This hag is looking rightly messed up. She took quite a few shots from Arjhan, but is still hanging in there. But speaking of, our residential dragon.
Popping off that hag. Trying to. Natural 20
Yeah, that'll hit.
for a 31.
It dies. It dies splendidly. It had 15 HP left. So
Okay,
one
so
of those hags is gone.
So that is less than the 34 points of damage that I did to it.
Oh my god.
Bonus action moving the Hunter's March to the other hag.
Yep.
21
A 21 hits.
for 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Third attack. 13.
A 13 does not hit.
Action surge.
Okay.
27
27 hits.
for 19 points of damage.
Okay.
28
Brat brat indeed.
for 23 points of damage.
Okay.
And a natural 1.
Alrighty. So it's still up, but let's see how this goes. Success. Success. That is on the 4th hit. Gwen, you go from being a weasel in a bag to being a halfling in a burlap onesie
God, it's like a Rask all over again.
as she fails concentration.
Thanks, Arjhan.
Gwen,
I think you saved me last time too.
Gwen, you are going to be falling out of the air from being inside of this bag, so you are going to be taking some damage.
Bless you, Caelum. Am I still raging?
When you enter into being a weasel, I think it would...
You drop rage.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Oh my god.
Can't be like a really angry weasel.
I mean, I could.
So a weasel.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, ferrets are weasels.
For a
Fine.
total of 30 points of bludgeoning as you fall 60 feet.
Bitch.
It was mostly ice in the spot that you landed on. But that is Arjhan. That was your go. Next up, Cori, you have just been yeeted, blasted with lightning.
That's great because like she was getting out of the snow, and then she looks up and immediately just bazap. All right.
That's what knocks all the snow off.
Yep. She's going to shake that off and start running up the trench that she left in the snow. She's got to get 100 feet, right?
Yeah.
All right. There's one hag left.
There's one hag and Frosty.
Oh, fucking Frosty. Forgot about him. I actually have a buddy named Frosty. Nice in the courtyard. I'm going to run up this trench. I'm going to go 60 feet. Use my whole movement and then double move with my action. And then my bonus action, be remaining 30 feet. I wouldn't even get there. Okay. That'll be it for my, I'm not gonna use my bonus.
Okay. Next up is Frosty, who is going to trudge over towards you, Arjhan. And you see them raise up their arm, and as they do, their big snowy mitt becomes much thinner and sharper as their hand turns into an axe blade, and they are going to try and bring it down upon you. However, I don't think a 12 hits you.
No.
But does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So that is going to be for 22 points of slashing damage, as it uses its hand like a great axe upon you. And that is it for Frosty's turn. So Caelum.
I'm gonna use a firebolt on Frosty.
Okay.
18 to hit.
And 18. Let me check. An 18 does hit.
He takes 18 points of fire damage.
All right. Sounds good.
And I'm gonna scoot back 30 feet away from him.
Excellent. So you back up 30 feet away. They are going to... No, because they had moved up to Arjhan to make an attack. Yeah, so you are good on that end. Next up is Gwen. Gwen, you have just fallen 60 feet out of the sky inside of an almost burlap sack.
Gwen just like pops up from the snow. Her hair is like just covered in ice and water molecules, and she's gonna run at the hag's dead.
There is one dead hag. There is another that is still up in the air.
How far away?
At this point, they are 60 feet. That is where they had left you.
Right. Okay. Gwen is going to tiny rage again, and then she is going to look at the hag, be like, "Not gonna fuck with that again. I got my anger out of the way," and she's going to run at the snowman. Can I get there in 35 feet?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to.
Okay, then 2 Runtax hits, please.
Okay.
Oh, one's a nat 20.
Bump.
The second one's a 23.
Both of those will hit.
Okay, so first attack is 22.
Okay.
And then the second attack is, when it settles, a 13.
And
damage.
Just so you remember, you can re-roll stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess I can. Hold on. I don't have that much space on. You gotta just stay. Ooh, that was way better. That is a 21.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So that was Gwen's turn. Next up is the hag that is still in flight. So they are going to... Let's see here. They are going to cast an ice storm on your
within
party.
60 feet?
They would be within 60 feet.
Counterspell 4th level.
Okay, they are going to use their last 5th level spell slot to counterspell yours.
Bring
Okay.
it.
So, Ice Storm. Everybody needs to make a dexterity save. Except Cori, who is still in the process of running up.
I'm 40 feet away.
She's just trying to stand up. Let me know if anyone rolls a 1 within.
The trench that she left in the snow has now been hardened into ice by the lightning bolt that came after her, and she's like, "Ugh, it's slippery."
18.
Okay, 18 succeeds.
I'm ready
16.
for you this time.
Success. Arjhan,
20.
success. And Philip.
Roll at advantage.
17, I think. I just reread one of my things. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay, sounds good. So you're all only going to be taking half of this. So that is going to be for a total of 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 13 points of cold damage.
Total?
Yes.
Like, for the full thing?
Yep.
So, 10.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, they didn't roll very hot on that one, but that's fine.
Because it's difficult terrain now.
It is. And Frosty also takes some damage.
He doesn't care.
No, he's a snowman.
He's a good boy.
And
Wait,
she
I'm sorry, it was 13 total or 21?
13
total?
cold
Eight-
damage
8
and
plus-
8 bludgeoning.
Oh, okay.
So if you take half, it'd be 10.
It's 10.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, wow. Thank
And
you.
if you're raging, there's more math involved.
Yes, there is. It's good.
No, I'm just not clever.
And the hag
Shut up.
continues to soar around, and they are going to get upwards of 70 feet at this point. So next up, Philip. Philip, you got a frost giant on you? Well, frosty snowman.
It's good enough for me. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm a swing. Oh, wait. There we go. That's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
That's 6.
Okay.
That is more than 20. 23.
That'll hit.
Oh my god, damage. Why? That's 7 damage. And, 15?
15 just hits.
20.
Oh my god. And then another 6.
Okay. So
What's he doing? Is he just engaged with me?
he was engaged with Arjhan, trying
He's
to
engaged with
use
Arjhan.
his hand that had
I'm
turned into a
engaged with
giant axe to strike down against him.
God damn it. I'm gonna use my bonus action to shield bash him.
Okay. Does your shield bash work on huge creatures?
Solid question. It just says if I make an attack action on my turn, I could use my bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet. So.
Okay. Yeah. Try it. They got a natural 20 on their check against you.
I don't think it worked.
Your shield goes in, but their body is made of snow, so there's this very satisfying, like, poof.
He just.
And when you pull back, there's like a nice shield shape where you had tried to push in.
Philip draws a smiley face on it.
Just real quick, as a free action.
Yeah, it's free action. Thank you, DM.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's my turn.
Next up, Arjhan.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'd like to. Are we near each other, me and Arjhan?
I'd say, yeah, you got it close enough to fight this thing.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to be like within 5 feet of Arjhan if I could, like just strafe around the thing until I'm there. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I see the hag?
Yes.
I would like to shoot the hag.
Okay.
16.
16 hits. Or no, 16 misses. Sorry.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
21.
21 does hit.
15 points of damage.
Okay. It is still up.
Another 16. That's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Cori.
Okay. Crazy idea. How far is the hag?
The hag is 70 feet up in the air.
70 feet up in the air, and I'm like 40 feet back.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna run 30 feet forward.
Okay.
And that's my move action. bonus action, I'm going to face step directly upward 30 feet.
Okay.
She is now within, I had 10 feet horizontally, and she's 70 feet up in the air. So she's now 50 feet away.
Correct.
Cool. I have a range of 60 for this, so this is going to work. I need her to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is an 8.
That fails. I cast Hold Person on her. She's paralyzed.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
And then
I fall back down.
Okay. And you teleported 30 feet straight up, so that is going to be for...
I get my bark, so I get 10...
temp HP, and you take 6, so you have 4 temp HP left, but while you have that temp HP, you have a +2 to your AC.
Make a concentration check.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious. Sorry. Watch me fail this con check.
I don't think you can.
I'm good. 22.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, it was
That would
basically
be
like,
so funny.
if you got less than 10. Okay, so that was Cori's turn. Next up...
I'm sorry, how long does my bonus AC last?
Until your temp HP disappears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so then next up is Frosty, and they are going to swing down towards Phillip. Phillip, does a 14 hit you? No. What about... That might do it. A modified 20.
Nah.
Really? Amazing. So they swing down their giant axe hand towards you twice, but they are ineffective in their pursuits. Next up, Caelum.
I dusted off this spell from way back when. Hey, I'm casting Ray of Ravens at 4th level, and it is a Scorching Ray variant.
Okay.
Deals psychic damage.
She automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Because she paralyzed. Paralyzed.
And attack rolls have advantage.
Oh, that's good. That's good. First hit, 26.
Holy shit.
That'll hit.
Second hit, 25.
Okay.
Third hit, 24. Fourth hit, 24. And fifth hit, 17.
17 just hits, so all of them connect.
Cool.
I feel like that's the indoor face of like, you didn't have to hit her that much. She doesn't have that much left.
That's
oh,
okay.
No, this is a vendetta.
Let us waste our resources. Just,
This is
didn't have to go that hard.
second
Caelum
level
did
smite.
not have to go that hard. He did that for us.
You see
These guys fucking killed him.
You see Caelum spin his spear, slam the spear butt into the ground as there's a growing darkness around him, and 10 little marionettes come out and shoot up into her, each holding swords, pikes, and scythes, and she takes 72 psychic damage.
She do. As she is to shreds, you say. And that hag is no more. And as that hag dissipates and begins tumbling out of the sky, the snow around you begins to melt.
I firebolt the body on the way down.
Okay. Sounds good.
Gwen runs to Phillip and grabs the rope.
We are not out of the initiative order.
Cori's still lying in the snow. I recognize this. Cori's still lying in the snow, and from where she landed, she just like pops up like from the waist, and she says, "Mother Eldest, we're willing to parlay."
And you hear, "The end draws near, and my daughters have proven their craft and will to survive. But still, that is not enough. Our numbers dwindle, and while you may have been responsible for the death of several of my daughters, I will place my well-being in your hands soon enough. And as she says that, you see a very bright red, vibrant flower poke out through the snow. And as the snow melts, the water is drawn into this flower as it grows larger and larger, and you see that it just shoots straight up, and a dome of wood encompasses your entire party as you hear another voice. Mother, I have been repotted!
So I take the Gulsaya staff out of my bag and break it over my knee.
As
No, you don't.
you see a large, shambling woodman, as well as what look like 4 other hags, one of which looks much older than the others, and she looks like she has a large, lumbering bulkhead arm. But the 3 other hags that are with her don't look like hags you've seen. They look younger. They look like haglings. So, that was Caelum's turn. Gwen, you have a large wooded creature that you recognize as later, 3 young-looking hags, and then an older, grayish-looking one with skin the color of iron.
Cool. Gwen, how far away are the hags?
The hags themselves are roughly about 40 feet away at this point, so if you rushed up to them, you'd be able to get close.
No, that's good. Okay, Arjhan, calm down. Gwen is going to pull out the Sun Forger, and she's going to throw it at them, at the hags.
Okay.
And explode it, so I would like them to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Sure. Just let me get them into the initiative count. Then
I forgot the dice on D&D Beyond make noise.
That's why I muted the page.
Ah, good call.
okay, so they need to make dexterity saves, and are you getting later in with this as well?
I mean, if I can, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So
You guys are monsters. This is why you don't have to stay in here.
then let me roll them saves. What's the number I'm looking for?
15.
Okay. Everyone failed.
Oh, great. I rolled really shitty, so I get to reroll 1s and 2s. So, right now there's 6 damage on the board. 9. Oh wait, hold on. For attacks you make with a melee weapon. This isn't that, right?
That isn't correct. This is not a melee weapon.
Cool. Then I can't do that. But Okay, so I can't do that. Alright. 12 damage.
Okay.
Dude,
And
get out of there! Caelum! Jesus! Sorry.
all right.
That's what I get for bringing food in here, apparently.
Yeah. So that was 13 damage, you said?
12.
Okay. Sounds
3, 3,
good.
2, 2, 1, 1.
So then next up in the initiative order is Phillip.
I moved to Phillip, by the way.
You grab the rope. He like grabs the rope back from you. It's, I'm not a puppy. And he cuts it. And
There's magic bullshit going on here. I'm afraid they're gonna like zap you out of here.
and I can handle magic bullshit. And what's the nearest magic bullshit to me, DM?
The nearest magic bullshit would be a wave of haglings that are scrambling their way towards you. They
Okay,
look
I
like,
see.
under normal circumstances, they would be younger women around ages between like 18 and 24, but just
Okay.
mostly turned into green hags.
Cool. Oh, I kind of feel bad about that. I swing.
Okay.
Morals are over. 18 to hit.
An 18 on one of the haglings?
Yeah, one of the
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's gonna be 11. Oh, I crit on 19s now
Womp, 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 womp.
with 1 damage. Oh wait, how do you handle crits? Everybody's different.
Roll
I
twice
forget.
as many die.
Twice as many. Okay.
Yeah.
So, that is 16 damage on that hit.
Okay.
Is the first hagling still up?
They are. They are looking rather messed up at this moment.
Okay, I swing one more time. Dirty 20
Okay, that'll hit.
and 8 damage.
8 is not enough, but they are looking mightily injured.
Okay. Second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Okay.
15 to hit.
A 15 hits.
Thank God. 6 damage.
They're still up.
Another 15. 5 damage.
That was enough for this hagling.
Oh my God. Okay, and then I'll move on to the next one because heck it.
Okay.
Nope, not quite a dirty 20. Oh my God, brain fart. 24
Okay. 24 hits.
and 11 damage.
Okay.
That's a lot.
All right. So one hagling is down. So there are 2 left. A grayish looking hag that also has this like spectral visage about them. And then later is here. So that was Philip's turn. Next up is the grayish hag, and they are going to extend a clawed hand out towards your group, and they are going to be casting a lightning bolt at 4th level.
Counter spell, I'll roll for it.
Okay.
16.
Okay. A 16 beats their spell, but they are going to continue lumbering towards your group, coming up towards the back of where the haglings are. Next up, Arjhan.
Bonus action moving the hunter's mark to the hag.
Okay.
The Annis hag, not the haglings.
Sounds good.
18.
Okay. An 18 hits.
Force lightning resistance.
They are not resistant to force or lightning.
15 points of damage on the first attack.
Okay.
30.
That'll hit.
21 points of damage on the second attack.
Okay.
24.
Yep.
18 points of damage on the final attack.
They look like they just got their shit rocked a little bit from you peppering them with the crossbow. They are still standing, but not looking very good. Next up is one of the haglings, and they are going to rush forward up towards where Philip is. As Philip, you have met them head on at the wave of battle, and they are going to make a series of claw attacks towards you. Does a 24 hit you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, they are going to then deal 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And they will make a second attack for... That is 19 to hit.
No, that does not hit.
Okay, so that is all they can do. Cori.
How fresh are these haglings?
One of them looks fresh, one of them looks dead, and the other looks like it just got stabbed by Philip.
I'm not talking HP. I'm talking about when were they turned into hags.
It looks like they've been hags for a while now.
Okay, all right.
These are, don't worry. So I'm like, I grabbed them from the local village.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, big ol' hag lady, 2 green haglings, and fucking Later is here, huh?
He is.
Later, what are you doing here?
I have been repotted with a purpose.
Oh boy. Remember me, Aunt Cori?
Yes.
Oh,
You
fuck.
held me back from my destiny.
I see. Well then? Fuck! I'm gonna run up to the hag, and I'm going to attack her.
Okay.
I'll deal with you later. Didn't even intend that. 13.
Okay, so with a 13, that does not meet one of the haglings.
Oh, not the haglings. I'm
Oh.
going up to the big hag.
Okay, it doesn't hit her either.
That's fine. Second attack. Alright, that's a 23.
Okay, 23 hits.
Alright, that's going to be 11 slashing damage. And I'll put a first level smite on this. That's going to be 12 radiant damage.
Okay. And
and I-
what does it look like when you cut down this large, imposing hag?
She's like a tree, right?
She is built like a tree, yes. A
Okay,
brick shit
cool.
house, as you will.
Cori is built like a much thinner and skinnier tree. She swings at her, and her sword like just kind of embeds in the bark of the hag's arm. And she yanks it out and then just comes back down harder and like cleaves through the hag's arm, and directly into her body. And then she leaves her lying on the floor.
Okay. As you've
On the
seen
cold
with
hard
the
ground.
other hags, as the body is falling backwards, they just seem to dissipate.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a bonus action. I'm gonna channel divinity and do an oath of enmity on Later.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, Caelum.
So these are ghosties, right?
Yes, there's one haggling ghost and Later left.
Cool. The haggling ghost is getting a firebolt to the face.
Okay.
For a 23, doing 18 fire damage.
Okay. Sounds good. They are still up, but looking messed. So you just firebolted them in the face. Next up, it is that hagling's turn, and they are going to attack Phillip. They will not have the tactics that they had earlier since you have removed all of the other haglings. Phillip does an 18 hit.
No.
Okay. Second attack. Less than an 18. So they are just trying to scrabble at you and doing a rather poor job. Next up is Later. And Later you see actually like sinks into the ground below and then will appear next to you, Cori. And I need you to... Let me see. It is going to make an attack against you. And that is a modified 20 to hit.
No, I've got a 22, baby.
Okay. Then it is going to make a second attack.
Bounces off my wooden armor.
That's an 18. So
Nope.
it is not able to hit you with its slam attacks. No slamma-jamma from Later. Next up, Gwen.
Gwen is still in the back, right?
Yes.
I need to run up on something. There's one baby hag left.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the baby hag and I'm going to attack it.
Okay. Baby hag, do. Make your attack.
I'm gonna do it recklessly because I haven't been, and let's go. That's a nat 20.
Womp, 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 womp.
That's 22 damage.
Okay, it goes down.
Gwen turns to Phillip and she says, I know you can hold your own. Obviously, I'm not gonna lose you again, you fucking idiot. And she's gonna run towards the big fuck all dude and attack him.
Okay.
That's another nat 20. Don't touch it. A 20 and a 4. So.
You guys have been rolling super hot tonight.
It's every other time. It's every other dice.
100 episodes.
Right, here we go. That's 23 damage. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick these kids out after this. And I'm going to use my bonus action to manifest an echo, because why not? And I'm gonna bring about my friend, Salamorn.
Okay. Excellent. And she kind of like gives you this look where it was like, you were fighting underwater earlier and you did not call. The roaring wave is in my name.
I know, okay? I've got a lot going on right now, okay?
can
And she
see
like
that.
nudges over towards Phillip.
Salamarn like looks over and kind of like gives Phillip a quick up and down, looks back at you, an approving nod.
That's my turn.
Okay, sounds
How
good.
many of these do you have?
For now.
2. And Phillip. So looking at my initiative tracker, there is still 1 haggling left and later. Which would you prefer to attack? The large tree person? Yes.
I thought Gwen decapitated the other hagling. That's why she ran up to later and attacked them.
There were 3 haglings in total. Phillip had killed 1. Cori had slayed 1.
And I just killed one, I thought.
No, Cori had killed the Annis hag.
Right. Oh, so
Gwen, you had killed the second hagling, so there was still 1 remaining.
1 left. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll just stick with what I know and dispatch the last haggling.
Okay.
That's a 21.
21 hits.
11 damage. It's more than a 21. It's 8 damage. And a natural 20, baby.
Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp.
Fighters wreck some shit.
Frick yeah, that's 14 damage.
Okay.
Does the haggling look like they're going anywhere, or are they just focusing on me?
They were just trying to focus on you at this point.
Okay. I stay.
Okay. Next up, Arjhan.
What is still alive?
What is still alive is 1 haggling who looks like she is barely hanging on, and later.
Bonus action moving 100 mark to later.
Okay.
Sucks. 21.
That'll hit.
Resistance to force or lightning.
Resistance. They are immune to lightning.
That's
9.
a nice.
9?
9 points of damage.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Yes.
14 points of force damage.
Okay.
28.
Yep.
12 points of force damage.
Later is, I would say, bloodied, but they're a plant, so sapped. They're sapped. They're feeling resiny, I guess.
That
He's
resonates.
resonating.
We got there. Is there anything else that you want to do on your turn?
Just like fly up and a little bit closer.
Okay, sounds good. So next up is the haggling, who's going to try and strike out towards Phillip. Phillip does a 19 hit. Okay.
Nuh-uh.
What about a 24?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be for 17 points of slashing damage.
Ouchies.
Cori. There's one haggling and later. What would you like to do?
Well, later is now my vow of enmity, so here I come.
Hey, Cori.
Yeah?
You have a pretty sweet axe.
Oh, yeah, but I gave it to Gwen.
Oh.
Plus, I just nat 20'd.
That's fair.
I'm out of first level smites. I want to hold on to my third. So here comes a first level smite. Or did I say I'm out of first level smite? I'm out of second level smites.
Gotcha.
God, I'm trying my best here, you guys. Life is hard. 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
Here at a first level smite, this critical hit is going to be 25 damage.
Sure is.
So Cori's just like hacking at vines, like back and forth, all the while just kind of talking to later, and she's all like, "All right, so you aren't being challenged. We could think about an accelerated course of growing." Second attack. Oh shit! Another natural 20.
God damn you guys!
I've got two different dice here. I've got my moon dice and my dark moon dice, and each one of them rolled a nat 20 for me today.
Fucking nice job.
All right, 13 slashing damage, and another first level smite at 15 slashing damage.
Okay. What does it look like when you dispatch later?
I imagine that like she's not getting through to him at all.
Them.
I'm sorry. You're right. She's not getting through to them at all.
No.
So she just eventually hacks her way to Later's core, and then just splits them at the center. Is there like some sort of like magical like core to Later?
I would say there looks like... It almost looks like a heart, but it is covered in wood, almost like it has seed-like properties.
All right. She slices Later in half, and that heart becomes visible. And then she just jams her sword up in and then pries it out, and then she kicks it away from the plants.
Okay. And as you do this, the haggling dissipates, and there was a large wooded spire that stretched up in the center of this dome, and it begins to come down. And whereas before on the Isle of Arathsk, when you had seen the hag's hut on top of this wooded spire, you remembered that it almost had a tree-like property to it. But on top of this spire is the Manor of Moonsteer. And as it comes down onto the ground, the door opens once again. And you see there's a moment of pause. And then there is what looks like a trunk. A, like, traveling case that is tossed out of the front door. And then another traveling case that is tossed out of the front door. And about 6 more of these come out of various shapes and sizes. And you see an impossibly old woman with an incredibly foreboding aura about her come out. And Philip, you recognize this woman as the woman who took you in, who sheltered you from the outside. And she snaps her fingers, and as she does, the luggage behind her seems to rise up from the ground and then folds in on itself until it looks like a handbag. She just delicately takes it, puts it onto her shoulder, and she walks towards your group.
Cori shields or sheaths. Gosh, I replace words sometimes. She sheaths her sword, and she steps forward with her hand out, and she says, "Mother Eldest, I'm Coriander Jonquil. I'm the Lower Caelum of the Fallen Leaves. We are here to parley."
I know why you're here. And she looks at the rest of you, and she says, Mother Eldest is what my children call me. I am the land, and Alira is I. And Cori, you can make a history check if you like.
Motherfucker is Strahd.
Strahd.
No.
I'm terribly sorry. I was never good in my history lessons. What may we call you?
I am the Grand Matron Mother Alira, and there is a sickness growing in my bones which I need your help in resolving. An otherworldly infection has been brought on by the worshipping of an entity most foul. The Writhing One has proven that even a crack in our defenses would be a fatal blow. Theirs is a war of attrition. The Writhing One, the Dark Star, the nothing that has burrowed its way into your deepest fears. I speak of the worm that walks. I speak, children, of the entity known as Caius.
I'm sorry. She just introduced herself as Alira.
Yes.
That's the name of this continent.
Yes.
I see.
And this gentleman, God, where the worm dude, what was his name?
Caius. Kyuss. Yes.
I am terribly sorry. It seems that we have gotten off on a very wrong foot.
She shakes her head. We had to know if you were strong enough to face the trials that are before you yet. Everything up until this point is mere test compared to what you will face in your futures.
This Caius, are you speaking of the Dark Star?
The very same.
Cori just turns and looks at everybody else.
I wouldn't have any recognition of this name, would I? I don't have Bloodhunter bullshit anymore.
Without the Bloodhunter bullshit, I don't believe that you would. And even then, they're a little outside of the wheelhouse.
What about me?
Caelum, make a history check.
The actual 20 for a 27.
Nice. You have heard of this name before. They were a worshiper to a demon prince that did everything that they could to prove their loyalty. And as thanks, the demon prince that they worshipped turned them into nothing. It turned them into a pile of worms, for that is what that demon lord saw that entity as. For all of their effort, for everything that they had done, Caius was nothing. And that is where we are going to end it for tonight's session. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to join us for our 100th session. Thank you, Rob, for joining. Are you free next week, by the way?
Yeah, can I, if it pleases the keeps, can I take this one indoor? What the fuck, dude?
God, I love hearing that. It's so good.
And
So,
yes, I'm free next week.
excellent. Thank you. So, I would like to say again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop by today. Man, what a session. I am so glad that we got to do all of these things. Tonight's Nights in the Courtyard is going to be crazy. So, hey, maybe stick around. Fuck around and find out. Hey, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, my name is RJ on the interwebs. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and play video games with some chaotic people over on my Twitch channel. You can catch me on Sundays as Wally, the shifter fighter barbarian in our Tomb of Annihilation game. Of course, you can catch me here on Monday in our homebrew campaign as Caelum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric. And, oh hey, I'm over at G Game Night's channel on Thursday as Theophilus Wilmont, a very angry noble boy who's just trying to marry his girlfriend, fiance. I don't think they're dating. It's weird. It's complex. Sundays, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblins channel in the AM, where I play Titus Valentine, another noble boy who just wants to find his brothers. He's also angry. DanaeKeener.com.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and Twitch. Tomorrow I will be streaming at 2 o'clock, but only for a couple hours. And on my own channel, LBHackEmUp, I don't know what I'm going to play yet. Maybe some Fall Guys if I can wrangle some peeps in, perhaps. And after that, I'll be on G Game Nights. I'll be on Nerd Immersions on Wednesday, Thursday, back on my channel in a new location because I'm going to be streaming from Lauren's place. We're going to do some Thursday night terrors. I don't know what she wants to play. Sweet 776. Friday, I'm going to be on G Game Nights doing Neon Souls. Saturday's my dark day. Sunday, G Game Nights. Sunday night, back here. Boom, done, bam. DanaeKeener.com.
Hoi, I'm Cyber. I do stuff. I stream. I stream on Saturdays. I think we're gonna finish up Final Fantasy VII. I think I played through it that quickly because I didn't do any side quests or recruit anybody else. You can find most of my stuff at cyberwolf1.live. You can also find me and a whole bunch of other people on jabroni.tv. We have a whole bunch of streamers doing a whole bunch of weird stuff, and there's a whole bunch of jabroni tabletops that are there, including this. For the games that I do, I'm here on Mondays where you found us, and if you like Arjhan but don't want to see him as a player character, you can find him on Thursday night where I DM as him. It's a time. I don't think we're gonna do that this week, and yeah, we'll come back at some point. I'm also gonna start a game on High Shelf Gaming, but I don't know when. DanaeKeener.com.
And speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. And I play D&D here on Mondays and Sundays. On Monday, I play as Cori the Elegant Paladin during our home game. Woo, 100 episodes, 2 years, you guys, 2 years. And Stephen is still blowing my goddamn mind. I also play as Baz, the Drow Rogue Fighter, on Sundays in our Tomb of Annihilation game. DanaeKeener.com.
Hi, I'm Rob, or bonus stage Rob, or bonus_stage_Rob. You can find me all over the internet at one of those. When I'm not doing TTRPG stuff, I'm playing video games at twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob. That's usually happening on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays, I'm over at twitch.tv/runaway_robot_ with our Humblewood game, Diefall Alderheart. We're all little woodland creatures and birds, and it's so cute, and I love it. I'm a hedgehog cleric named Eli Briarwood. And that's at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. And then on Fridays, I'm at twitch.tv/encounterroleplay playing Diesel Punks, which is a game set in Apocalypse World, which I play with Savvy Seaworth of G Game Nights and Graybeard's Tavern of Greybeard's Tavern. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. And then I play a Monster of the Week game called Slang 101 over on G Game Nights on Sundays with LB and a bunch of other cool folks. And that is at 4 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Did I say Sunday? I play a spell slinger. He's like a warlock, except like not as good at it.
He's a daddy.
He's a daddy. It's the party dad. I
Yes.
literally wore a sweater vest 2 episodes ago. Not me, the character. I should. I'm gonna get a sweater vest.
Just saying.
Literally just get up to go and get a sweater. Okay,
No.
good.
No, I just wanted to commit to the bit.
All right, and if you have made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to catch up on all of our VODs for the last 2 years of games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards where anywhere audio casts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. But for now, we are going to be going into our Patreon supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we will answer questions not only from each other but also from the community. So if you have any last questions that you want to ask us, feel free to either post them in the side of the chat or join us on Discord. Post them in the designated channel below, and we will do our best to respond. But until then, I would like to say once again, thank you, Rob, for joining us. Yes.
Can we play the intro as an outro?
Actually, I mean, we can. I don't see why not.
There's no rules, baby.
Do it again. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who stopped by. Thank you to Rob for joining us. And thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
DanaeKeener.com.
Bye.